You never did I know it hurts, but something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me. Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and...
Lass uns das Muster zusammen machen. Seid ihr bereit? Weil ich bin sehr bereit. Okay, ich kann nicht mehr warten. Lass uns das machen. So, welcome back to the pattern making session of the project. The other one was German, but it's still saying the same thing. Welcome to the pattern making part of the project. So this is what we'll be making today. A monostrap bodycon sexy dress. And then the measurement we'll be needing is going to be my bust 33 inches, but I'm going to work on a chest of 31 instead of the bust. And my waist is 26 inches, my hips is 36 inches, and then the full length of the project is 32. What do I mean by the full length? The full length is from shoulder to where the project is going to end. So this is the hemline here. That means from shoulder to the hemline, that is our full length. So let's put this aside here and then let's explain what happened here. So what happened here is, since our shoulders are not going to be the same here for this project, you can see one is it's a monostrap we're working with. So one goes up and then one comes down here on the chest side. So we have only one shoulder here on this pattern here. So that is going to make it very hard for us to work with quarter measurement like we always do. So now we are going to work with the full face now of this measurement, so that we can all get here and here and then also get here easily. So now the biggest circumference I need, because I don't want to waste my pattern, I want to know exactly the amount of paper I need for the project. So how do I do this? I come into where my patterns are listed, I check for the biggest number here, and that number happens to be 36, and that number represents my hip measurement. So now this 36, now I am going to go in here and divide it by 4. So what does it give us now? It gives us 9. Since we are going to work on a stretchy fabric, we are going to minus or subtract 1 inch from this 9, and that is going to give us 8. So this is our 8 now. Since we are working with the full piece of the front, we are going to plus our 8 with another 8. So this is like dividing here into 2. So this is 8 for one side of my hips, and then this is 8 for the other side of my hips. So this is what we have here. So the horizontal line that I have here is 16 for the 2 sides of my hips. And then this long line that I have here, the vertical line, is my full length. So this is now 16 divided by 32. And then what I did again, like I did here, like you saw what I did here, I divided the center equally so that I could have 8 here and also have 8 here. I hope it is easy to comprehend. So now that that has been said, we have to impute our measurement. So first of all, we have to just set in our measurement lines first before we impute our measurement. So what are the measurement line here? The first thing I did was I came from my chest now, from my shoulder to my chest line, gave me 7.5. So this is my shoulder point to this point, it gave me 7.5. So I rolled the line here. From my shoulder now to my waist, from here to here, was 16. So I rolled the line at 16. And then from shoulder to hips is 24. So I rolled my line here. And the last line we have here is the hem line. I hope that is easy to understand and follow. Now that that is out of the way, we are going to impute our measurement. So the bust or chest line here that we are going to work with is 31. So we are going to divide this 31 by 2. So what is it going to give us? It's going to give us 15 and a half and 15 and a half here. So instead of imputing 15 and a half and 15 and a half, what I'm going to work with here is going to be 7. So I put here 7 here and 7 here. This makes it equal. The next is going to be 26. 26 divided by 2 gives me 13. So for this 13 now, I am going to subtract 2 from this 13 and I will be left with 11. So that 11 is going to give me 5 and a half here and 5 and a half here. So 36 now divided by 2 gives us 18, and we are going to minus 2 from this 18, so that leaves us with 16. So this is the 8 that we have here. So let's connect our lines now. I hope that was easy to follow. And at the end here, I'm going to subtract 1 inch here. I subtract 1 inch at the hemline so I can get a little bit of curve and shape down there. Then with our curve ruler, we straighten all the sharp edges like so. We can already see our beautiful curve here on the pattern paper. So let's advance. For our shoulder, we already said this was going to be a monostrap. So for our shoulder, I'm going to come in here 3 inches. I want my shoulder to be 2 inches, so I mark the first 3 inches here on the shoulder point, and then I come in here 2 inches to register where I want my shoulder to stay. And with my tape, I connect the line there, and that does not stop there. Let's find the middle point of this measurement. So from here to here, what did we get? We got 12 3/4. So we fold our tape like we discussed before. If it's so hard for you to calculate it on the head, then we find the midpoint of this measurement, and then we make our indication mark there. Then we come in here 2.5 inches like so, and with our curve ruler, hold on. So with my curve ruler, I try my best to curve it, but if it's not working, I'm going to do this with my hand like so. So this has been established. I have my chest here registered, and then I still come in here 3 inches, and with my curve ruler we establish our armhole like so. So let's try to see if we can work with our curve ruler to get this, to smoothen this curve here. Okay, perfect. And don't forget to slant. Come in here with 3/4 of an inch and then we slant like so. So now we have gotten the front part of our project, so we'll turn this over and then start the back part of our project. I hope it's easy to follow. So this is how our beautiful monostrap front piece turned out. So welcome to the back part of our project. This is the Rokun side for nursery project. So now we're going to build the back part together. Push, push, push. So let's do this now. It's still going to be the same thing as we did at the front part. So this box here, from the horizontal line, from the beginning to the end of the horizontal part, is going to be my hips divided into 2, which is 36 divided into 2, and that gives us 18. 18 divided into 2 gives us 9, and I told you that we subtracted 1 from the 9 and then we got 8. So 8 plus 8 gives us 16. So this is the 16 from this end to this end. So this 16 is by 32, just like we did at the front side. So because of the markings we have here, I have decided to use a red marker so that we would see the differences here. So now that I have gotten my 16, let's find the full length. So the full length of this project is 32. So I mark my 32. We come in with our roller and then we secure that line. Next, we are going to find the midpoint of this diagram here. So 16 divided by 2 gives us 8. So we are going to mark the 8 down to the end of our floor length, and then we square down. Let's be sure. So this is 8 and this is 8. Next, we are going to look for our measurement line like we did for the front part of the project. We're going to do things a little bit differently, or not. So we still mark here 7.5 like we did at the front, and then from shoulder to my waist I still mark my 16 and then mark my 24. We try to get the lines on both sides so that we can have a straight line. So we mark our 7.5 here, 16 and 24, and then we square across. So let's shape our pattern now. We're going to do exactly the same thing we did for the front. So here we are going to mark here 7 and 7 here. So we mark 5.5 here and 5.5 here, and then the hips has taken care of itself, and then we snatch and snatch and snatch. Very easy to do, very, very easy to do. At our hemline here, we reduce half of an inch, and then we connect the lines and we meet lines like so. Like what we did at the front, we come in with our curved ruler again and smoothen the sharp edges like so. Don't forget we call here our chest line, and then here our waist, and here our hip line. So now we are going to find our shoulder and then find our monostrap. So let's do it together. This is a little bit tricky, so you just have to watch what I am doing. So at this point here, I am going to look for 2 inches at this angle, just like so. And then from this 2 inch, I connect the line to my chest line, just like so. From here, I'm going to come in, let's just say, let's come in here 7.5 inches. And then let's make here 5 inches, just like this. Then on this other side, I mark here 2 inches. Watch closely. So from the 5 here, I am going to connect this part of the shoulder to this 5 here, like so. And then I come out here at 2.5 inches. From the 7.5 here, I pull in again at 2 inches, like so. And then I connect the 2 lines. And here, at this sharp point here, I come out 1 inch. I come out here 1/2 inch. Let's see how we can get a beautiful edge from there. So we curve this like so. Very easy. And with that, we call it quits. This is the end of our project. You can ask your question in the comment section, and I'll be ready to answer all your questions. I hope this was easy and doable. So thank you for your time. I hope you have fun. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click on the notification bell. Don't forget to share our videos so you'll be able to be notified each time we share our beautiful, educative, and easy to do tutorials. Thank you very much for hanging in. I love you. And I hope you're getting busy too with your own project. Don't be like me. I have always been this woman that procrastinates a lot. And I think it's time that I show people a bit of what I can do. Thank you for watching. And let's do this again. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the front and the back pattern. So we're going to start.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do.